EXFL Tier 2, Tier 1, Season 13 of the Brazilian Grand Prix. As I will very quickly get as many people on the stream as possible. Okay, we have now got nothing to play for. Everything was wrapped up last round in Abu Dhabi and the round prior in Mexico. So there's no new drivers to be crowned champion. There's no constructors to be crowned champion. Instead, first and second in the championship have gone walkies. So, you know, we could potentially see, unless likes of Jaden, Red, or Naris win, we might see another new race winner this season after what was quite a relatively subpar session, as I'm just going to check. So for some random title permutations, for Jaden to be able to leapfrog Danny in the standings, he has to win. And I think the table will stay relatively similar to what it is right now. Meanwhile, in the constructors, you've got a freeway fight for fourth in the standings, as it looks very likely that McLaren will leapfrog Red Bull in the constructors standings. But that's besides the point, as we will go on board with Simon Drake Lee, who is on his flying lap. Probably would have been more ideal to go Frankie, who is probably further up the field. Chris actually is the furthest up the field, has not made an appearance in a while. 17.6 in the first sector. Frankie, no wait, was that 76? Oh no, purple sector 1 for Frankie. Now Chris will just follow him into the thing. As I've just seen on Frankie's stream, he has stacked it into the turn 4 wall, and that is his lap over. But let's focus back on Chris's lap, as he is through the final corner now. Purple in the middle sector. Can he put it? Well, he is going to get provisional pole, but how far ahead will he be of the likes of Samuel Drake Lee? He crosses across the line. It's a 109.0 for the V-Carb. Samuel Drake Lee in the middle sector. He is purple. It's a 51.5 in the middle. As we will now see Samuel Drake Lee up to the line. Can he get better than a 109? Can he go into the 108s? The Ferrari up to the line. It's a 107.3. Crikey, it was never in doubt for him. 1.6 seconds clear, as next person to start a lap will be Red Fire Tiger. Here we are. Red Fire Tiger, the Mercedes, the French Mercedes, into turn 1. What will happen with this lap down into turn 1? Bit of a lock-up on the left-sided of tyres, as he already backs off. As we will now check probably the next person to start a lap, who will be Jaden, aiming to end the season on a high here before we convert to the Formula 1 game for 2026. As Formula 2 qualifying is on right now, as I'll quick to switch to driver on board camera. Jaden now into the first sector. It's a 17.1 for the McLaren, which is currently purple according to... Why is Is Formula 2 qualifying not happening right now? Anyway, we'll just keep an eye out on Jaden's lap time because it might be useful to analyse into Gabriel Bortoletta's favourite corner now. Is now up to the second sector split. So 51-3 for the McLaren, as I am trying to wonder why are they showing Formula 1 debrief rather than Formula 2 in qualifying, as Jaden up to the line now with the McLaren. Where does the McLaren go in all this? He goes pole, provisional pole that is, with a 1:07.2. Red Fire Tiger is on a flyer now, I think. It's 17.2, so he's 3 seconds up in the first sector. I doubt that's purple, as in deceivance to what is being said by the live timing. Now through turn 6, a little bit of a lift for the Mercedes. He will now come to the second sector split as Naris up to the line. Last week's race winner, what can he do here? Wait, no, it wasn't last week's race. Was it last week's race winner? I'm being thick. No, he was last week. Yeah, it was last week's race winner. Why did my mind blank? I don't know, but regardless, go back to Red Fire Tiger's attempt, as I didn't even notice Stelios put it the 1:07.331. Now Red Fire Tiger, what can he do in that Mercedes? Up to the line, it's P5, minimum time. It's a 3-second improvement, but to be fair, 3 seconds when you've set like a 1:10 isn't really much, as it'll be the next person to start a lap or then end the lap. I don't think Naris will be doing one. Is already going for another lap now. So everyone's gone on laps. Andreas also set a lap time. I think Chris is going for another push lap here, as down into turn 1 with the V-carb. As he is also backed off. Where's Formula 2? Yeah, F2 transmission. Ooh. I'm trying to see, is there any? No one currently on a fast lap. Driver on a fast lap will be Frankie. He will be the next person to start his lap. Yeah, you lot, you're saying, oh, it was an hour ago. Was it? Hang on. No, it couldn't have been. Formula 1. Yeah, no, it couldn't have been. I don't know. But anyway, Frankie on his lap now. 17.1 in the first sector. According to that, it is purple. I don't think it's purple, but it's definitely a decent benchmark for the Aston Martin. Down into turn 6 now. Let me just prop my phone up so I have Formula 2 broadcast, if it does decide to want to actually appear on my screen. Up to a bit of a horseshoe this. I mean, this like circuit is very windy. Is where the bloody hell does my stream not want to go? 51.6 in the middle sector for Frankie, as I'm just trying to cross-eye my way through what's happening. Up to line Frankie, up to, and it's P6, a 1:07.5, as he does his best World Rally Championship impression into turn 1. Next person to be on a lap will be Chris, but he has just finished his lap, I think. Why is my phone blown up? Oh, Ocon cocked it. I see. Proving the haters right. Regardless, Stelios on his flying lap now. I don't know if he just went fastest or he is this on attempt. He is currently the closest to provisional pole right now, with just under a tenth separating him and Jaden, as Ocon's entire nose cone got ripped off. Stelios into the first sector. It's an improvement. It's purple apparently. 17-1. A lot of 17-1s recently. There's people. Anyone actually crossing the line that might be worth having a goosey gander at? No, so we'll just focus back on Stelios. Bit of a correction in the middle sector. Switches to none. And is this the end of the lap for the green machine? I think it might be the end of the session, end of the lap for the green machine. There's a lot of people actually found the barriers in the Canada free practice, I see. There goes Stelios off the track, letting Samuel Drake Lee through. Na chuja nie pokazują. Anyway, Samuel Drake Lee will begin his lap. Behind him, Stelios will maybe start another one. And then behind him, got Naris, who I haven't been paying much attention considering I've been looking at his teammate more favourably. But up to the line, where does Naris go? Naris, he is level with Jaden. Is it? Well, I was gonna say it was close because it was only 1,000, but Jaden has just casually gone another 2/10 clear, or nearly just over a tenth clear. So way to ruin the fun, as Samuel Drake Lee will be beginning another lap attempt. Andreas also not an attempt. I'm just trying to see people in the pit lane. I think. Well, let's actually focus on Samuel Drake Lee, who will also be starting the attempt. Bloody hell, I'm so out of the line. Next person will be Sauber, but I think Naris is just coming into the pit lane. Then Jaden, who is also coming into the pit lane, or might be starting another flying attempt. Doing anything with it, bloody hell, man. As we'll just focus on Samuel Drake Lee in the meantime. Then turn 6 into the turn 7, 8, 9. God knows what complex is just hairpin after hairpin. Make sure you don't cock it up, and a bit of a snap on the end of that Ferrari into the T-bone corner. A bit of a grass, a bit of touching grass on the exit. Now into the penultimate corner. And it is just flat until the line now. With battery. With DRS. Obviously, the final time DRS is going to get used in EXFL for a while, as Samuel Drake Lee does find himself in the pit lane. As 4 minutes to go. This is your order. You got Jaden first. Then you got the Sauber duo. Samuel Drake Lee in 4th. Red Fire Tiger in 5th. Frankie 6th. Andreas in 7th. And then the 2 V-Carbs closing the pack ahead of the most talented driver in the world. I'm just trying to, like, why is nothing happening? We got a car! We got a car! Vroom, vroom. Who was the first car out? It is Samuel Drake Lee and Stelios. So yeah. Bloody hell, why? Why? Right, ignore my pleas for questioning, as they are extremely irrelevant to everything, but I just need my daily dose of Spotify. Let's just bolt an absolute tune on as Samuel Drake Lee does cross through the final corner onto his lap, so we will, switch back now. Here we go now. Samuel Drake Lee, his final qualifying lap of the season, into turn one. Through the center S now down into Asina de Laga, I think it's called. Honestly, I don't know the turn names. It's turn 4 though. So I don't even see the change. So turn 5 now, and up into turn 6, the horseshoe. Will there be any braking to witness? No, just a massive lift into the complex of 7 now. Don't get a snap like last time, he doesn't. Now into turn 8. Through into turn 9. Bit of a snap. Managed to keep it. Down now into the second sector split. What can he do? He's still got about half battery up to the sector split. It's a 51.3. He is up. It's purple according to the game. I don't know if that's true or not, but now up to the line with Samuel Drake Lee. He's got 30% battery to go. He's also got DRS on for company. Up to the line, Samuel Drake Lee. What will he do? Samuel Drake Lee goes to provisional pole by just over 100. We'll go to Naris next, who will be the next driver to cross the line. Oh no, Stelios! Stelios went the fastest. Jumps Samuel Drake Lee by 300. So now Naris, what can he do? Can he join his Greek pal and teammate on the front row? Will it be a Sauber 1-2? Naris goes up. Naris goes faster. That's Frankie finds himself in the pit lane. Now, he reads the speedometer up to the line. Jaden loses out by half a hundred. Redfire Tiger, can he do anything? Judging from the sector split to no. So, Andreas Neva. Can Chris actually? Where can he go? Up to the line. Chris goes. And for the final pole position of the season, it is Mr. Naris who beats Jaden by half a tenth. Stelios in 3rd and Samuel Drake Lee in 4th. And that is your final qualifying of the season. I might need to switch to a pie. I don't trust Discord calls. There we go. Alright. lap time. I think my mic started to give out.
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions look good.
What a shame. There's no trumpet sounds that makes it all work out. I'll talk to you just like a shadow on the ground. Here we go, 5 red lights for the final time on F125 /asterisk, and it lights out and away we go for the final time. And Naris kept the lead into turn 1. We are going to see if there's any people spinning, as this is a very prominent area for that sort of thing to happen. The two in front going quite very friendly towards each other as into Asina de Lager. Now looking at the mini-map, it's the Sauber 1-3 with oh my god, bloody hell, no, don't smash into the wall. I forgot about something. Anyway, as we begin lap 2, and I welcome myself to the pit lane for the final time. As you know, it's been a fun one. Like 25, like highest percentage of retirements in the league, so by far, definitely. Is we are now, let's just flick back to onboard camera because that's more fun. There's got Formula 2 on as well. Right, here we are. Qualifying will start in a minute. Yay! But yeah, anyway, we need to look at strategy because I haven't looked at it. I mean, the thing is, right, I've commentated so many of these races. I'm not even surprised. Come on, Red. Like, read the room. You can't always have the alternate strategy.
But, you know, it's not my thing to judge, and it's also, yes, I am speaking out of a can, because, beep bop, beep bop.
There's yellow flags, so that's just my AI. As I've got viewers. Oh my god, it's a rare occasion, I think. Any changes in position? 1. I mean, you know, 1 is better than Nish. So, you know. And both got apparent. Oh, I had viewers, not anymore. As I would just quickly go back onto the Formula 2 stream, as they are showing my Pookie, Roman Belinsky. What an absolute specimen of a man he is, as I can't see, ouch, any more changes for position happening, as bit separated. I mean, you got the top 8 and then Turbo, who once again has appeared in AI mode as I guess that's a change, Andreas, and he's stopped the car, so there won't be need for an intervention from Mr. Bernd Maylander, as I caught it once and I caught it twice, so you know, that's quite interesting. No changes of position into turn 1. A bit of tyre smoke showing up though, so you know, people trying to stop their car as quickly as possible, as Andreas puts into the pit lane, and he nearly spins in the pit lane. As is that the end of the season? It is the end of the season for Mr. Andreas, and I can't say I'm surprised. He will guarantee himself 2 points on the board, so it's not all lost, but you know, still no position change as a down into. Will there be any overtakes this lap? Place your bets now, and I'll still guarantee you'll be wrong. As closest we've got is these two. Will Sam Drake Lee go for a move on Stelios? He won't. No one else will go for any overtakes, because you know, I'd be stupid to assume in a racing game people would aim to go on for overtakes, as I'll just put myself a decent tune on for the rest of this race. Still no. You see, this is just it just shows how I can literally go off the screen and I'd still not miss anything. As yeah, Formula 2 qualifying is underway. They make their first visit to Canada. Nope. Still nothing. No, why do I don't think there's going to be an overtake here. I mean, you know, Jaden's closing up quite quickly, but he's not willing to sacrifice anything for the sake of getting a position. So, you know, for him it's just no overtake, as I saw for a second Red Fire Tiger's gap to Sam Lee dipped under a decent factor. The gap ahead is also quite close. Jaden on the bumper of Naris is now heading into turn 6 for the 6th time. So we are 1/6 through the race. I am just trying to scope out any overtaking opportunities, as so far we've had the one between Naris and Red Fire. Not even Naris. I meant Red Fire Tiger and Chris. So yeah, I guess we can do. We could do just a thought on the season, just talk about it, as there is yellows, and I'm not surprised that it's Frankie who spun, but yeah, already 6 seconds behind. I won't be surprised if I see him. Oh, he's not in the pit lane. Oh, I thought he was going to go into the pits. Okay, so Frankie still hasn't. We've only seen one overtake still, so you know, a bit aggressive on the throttle. Clearly, is just trying to think of something to yap about. Can we have some fucking overtakes, please? As Frankie's in the pit lane, is this a goodbye to the season for him? It is. So we have retirement number 3 from the season, from the final race of the season. So he will end the season with an additional 4 points, which does mean Turbo has actually gained positions despite being in AI mode, which that will probably constitute in a bit of a disqualification for the man, as Roman Belinsky is 4th, 5th, 6th. Oh, what a shame, man. Working on the highway, working on the black top. Oh, we might have an overtake here for the lead. Naris got a bit out of touch in the final corner. The gap's too significant right now. Ooh, Alex Dunn nearly stacked it. That would have been quite funny. Still nothing, but I will have to scroll up back to this fight, as might be interesting. Here we go. The fight for the lead here between Naris and Jaden. Oh man. Nope. Oh my god. Oh my god. Nope. Boban. You know, it just tells you a lot how I can just like scroll through half of my playlist, go back onto the screen, and look, no change, but you know, I think, you know, I'll probably be glad. You know, it's been fun. There have been some good opportunities to commentate in this tier. Overtake time, maybe. Oh, maybe no. I was going to say maybe an overtake, maybe not. Shit. Hello, Mr. Belinsky's currently in 3rd. What a G. Ah, he's now 4th. Fuck you, Alex Dunn. Look. glow in the dark. So why are you so fucking dim? Yeah. We are now a third way into the race, and the top four have remained virtually the same. Red Fire Tiger in 5th, gained on Chris, who started in 5th, as Turbo, who started 9th, will most likely finish 7th. However, a disqualification maybe will see him drop back to the final position. As I like that song. I also like this song very much. Right. Actually, I should probably have that on because I need this. Right. Still nothing. As just quickly flip that off and that on again. Overtake maybe overtake, maybe not. I mean, I've just realised. So you've got the top 6 within 3 seconds, as Chris has a bit of a wobble. We has a bit more of a wobble. Sorry. The top 5 within 2 seconds. As Turbo is now 30 seconds behind the pack, as Nico Verone goes 2nd in the Formula 2. As Bielinski's already fallen down to 9th, crikey. But regardless of that, Chris has already clawed his way back up to here. We have our closest gap in a while. Red Fire Tiger is on the gearbox of Samuel Drake Lee. You know. Boban Bielinski, come on, right. Can we see an overtake here? Is the gap too big? The gap might be too big as Chris pulls into the pit lane after a 14 lap stint on those medium tyres. Oh, Rafael Villagomez. Here we go. Overtake! We have an overtake! Yes! As Red Fire Tiger climbs up into 4th place with ascend into turn 4. And I didn't miss it actually, so Samuel Drake Lee drops down into the 5th. And Red Fire Tiger still so far the only driver to complete 2 overtakes this race. So currently he's got my vote for driver of the day. On those hard tyres, which to be fair would be a dead giveaway because, well, you know, medium tyres are already dying. So we'll just have a look. Mr. Chris to Samuel Drake Lee. It's a 21-second gap. We will see how it is in a few minutes' time. But currently the gap is 23 seconds to the lead. As I mean, just trying to look. Naris has slowly pulled away from Jaden. As Jaden and Naris both pit. As Naris gets a 10-second time penalty. So does Samuel Drake Lee. So 66% of drivers in the pit lane right now have got a 10-second time penalty. So that puts Jaden in a very promising position, as he managed to keep his speed under control. And when it comes to the second pit stop round, he will be in prime position to take the lead and win the final race of the season, with the final race of the game, with an asterisk again. As Chris comes out ahead of Samuel Drake Lee, but I think we might see a bit more fighting now, considering the drivers are a bit more, you know, the drivers may or may not now have DRS, despite the previous 2 overtakes involving it. As a Red Fire Tiger has closed up to the back of Stelios. However, I think this will be an overtake less based off of skill, but much rather Stelios' tyres are fucked, and Red has hard tyres, which are absolute behemoths in this game. Here we go, and it's no challenge because Stelios pits, and Red Fire Tiger is now in the lead. Make sure Stelios doesn't speed. He also gets a 10-second penalty. Hello. So that's both Salvers and Simon Drake Lee with 10-second penalties. That's going to properly screw them up towards the second round of pit stops. But, you know, right now, it's not really causing many problems for the drivers. As Stelios, will he come out ahead of Chris, or will he come out behind both him and Simon Drake Lee? As it stands, it's an absolute country mile for the Sauber. As we are 20 laps away from the twilight of the season. You know, it's been a good one. As much as I've slandered it, it's been a good one. As the drivers have spaced themselves out a bit more, so hopefully that will induce more fighting. So right now, your preliminary top three is Red Fire Tiger, Jaden, and Chris, with you know, ooh, that's not good. Oh shit, not good. Anyway, none of the drivers will have, actually one of the drivers system. It's Simon Drake Lee is closing in on Chris, but he won't be able to deal with the overtake now. It's hards versus hards. It's hard on hard action. And now down into Asina de Laga. Can Simon Drake Lee make the pass? He is charging up, and he has passed with ease the V-carb. So here we go. We got another overtake, and it was mainly based on speed. Chris getting quite close. I don't think he's going to be able to challenge anywhere until the DRS zones, as around here, you know, a track like this, DRS is pretty key. As I saw Simon Drake Lee did cut the curb a bit too fine, but that has allowed Stelios to come back into the fight. So, you know, could we see a three-way fight for what will turn, I mean, what could turn a very high points paying position, I guess. As I am predicting one more retirement from this race. Probably will be at least one. I'm not saying that's a given, but here we are. Chris closing in on Simon Drake Lee. He won't go for the overtake, so you know, we might just see very well a repeat of what happened the lap prior. Could even see a bit earlier here. Chris and Simon Drake Lee, and there is no contest between the two drivers as Simon Drake Lee gets overtaken. So will we see another repeat in a lap's time, or will that be the end of end all or be all for that fight? As Turbo finds himself pit lane, and it's a 10-second penalty for Turbo as well. Is that the end for the V-carb, or is he carrying on? I think he's carrying on. He's a tough cookie. He'll carry on as Mr. I don't know, some FIFA commentator said once. It wasn't even the FIFA commentator, it was the FIFA physio. Christ. I am Unk. There's Stelios won't catch Simon Drake Lee. Simon Drake Lee, as it stands, is not catching Chris. Bloody. I'm so... You know, it's time. I always do this when there's an issue going on. I'm going to talk about what's been happening. Actually, I've spoken too soon. Simon Drake Lee does the exact same thing he did to Chris 2 laps ago, and what Chris did to him a lap prior. So, you know, unless this fight carries on, I think, you know, I'll be able to obligate. Okay, so back to shit talk with the commentator. I had my last day of year 11 today. I know, very sad. In the morning, we genuinely didn't know, so in the morning we had PE, and then period 2 we had double signs, unfortunately. So we just we walked around like, you know, we tried to find our teacher, you know, in anything. We found her classroom, we sit down, and then we get a cameo from one of the head SLT members, as a Red Fire Tiger Potts. Basically, we were allowed as quote unquote a reward for our good exam behaviour. Our year was allowed to leave early in order to go home early and begin our study leave much earlier than we should have, which was the end of the day. I kid you not, from the 30 kids in the classroom, there was about 3 left as Chris overtook Sanjay, and that was pretty much a common theme where a year of 300 kids, there was about 10 of us left because each for all different reasons. Like, some people maybe didn't see a point of going home early. Some people may or may not just really not cared and just stayed because they had things to give out. So that was fun. I mean, 10 people when you're supposed to schedule 5 lessons. That's Oliver Goethe with his rear suspension snapped. That's not good. But regardless, that's not my thing to talk about. I'm talking about my experience because I'm so self-centered. I mean, it was quite a chill day. Like, we did no education whatsoever, which might have not been the smartest idea, and instead we managed to institute the greatest bottle rocket raid of all time. And we also had cameos of goodbyes as Simon Drake Lee re-overtakes Chris McKelvey for third as ahead. Ahead is just the V-Carb of Turbo, who I don't know what's happening. I'm just going to want to have a replay of what's going in between what happened to Goethe, as Chris is getting quite close to Simon Drake Lee. Oh, we just did a Logan Sargent. No, checks out. It's lap 21. We are getting ever closer to the final laps of the season, as Jaden and Naris are getting quite close. I don't think it'll be enough to constitute a fight between them two, so we'll focus back on this fight between Stelios, Chris and Samuel. I think it might actually happen before turn 4 this time. I know Chris is in none, so I don't think he's purposely pushing the overtake. So down into turn 1, no overtake done. However, Stelios getting quite close to the back of Chris's car as Red Fire Tiger set the fastest lap, but we ignore that. Chris McKelvey, and no surprises. Will Stelios follow through? He's got the speed, he didn't have the balls, and that results in only one driver gaining a place instead of 2, as that promotes Chris currently to 2nd place, as Simon Drake gets a 3-second penalty, so that now adds up to 13 seconds of penalties. So now let's just run through the pecking order as of now. We've got Naris in 1st, then Jaden in 2nd, who will inherit the lead after Naris' 10-second penalty. Chris in 3rd, who obviously 10-second penalty will benefit on that, finishing 2nd. Simon Drake Lee obviously got a 3-second penalty, but also had a 10-second penalty on top of that, so that's 13 seconds. Stelios, also 10-second penalty. Red Fire Tiger, no penalties. So your current top 3 are the 3 drivers without time penalties. I think that will stay like that until at least if there is a 2nd round of pit stops. I mean, there's just look. Is anyone looking to do like 2 rounds of pit? I don't think anyone. I mean, Brazil, yes, it's a tyre killer, but there's not really 2-stop potential as we just have the same overtake on repeat as Simon Drake Lee overtakes Chris for 3rd, as those two clearly like to fight each other out here in Brazil right now. I do want to play the beautiful game out in Brazil. I think everyone wants to play the beautiful game out in Brazil. It's all you've ever wanted, and it's all that you want still. All you want to play is a beautiful game out in Brazil. As Chris may not be may not be close enough to actually overtake Sir Drakeley on this attempt, although I might be just completely wrong because DRS on this game is broken. I see. No overtakes, however, I do have an email. Oh, fuck. No, that's not good. So, oh, Chris overtook Simon Drakeley in the process. I genuinely just saw that of my stream background. So, that happened. The first time we've seen an overtake outside of the corner as Simon Drakeley reclaims the position as Stelios around the outside, and Stelios has done a Lando Norris, and Stelios has retired from the race. He's left the session. Will that do anything to proceedings? But at first I thought that was like, oh my god, he's actually gone for it, like, what an audacious scent. No, he's got it all wrong, the Sauber. And now there's the sole Sauber left in the session, and that Sauber is currently in the lead. And with that 10-second penalty, he's going to lose the lead. As anyway, let's just go back to this because it's probably the most insane fight we're gonna have. As Simon Drakeley is in the pit lane, where will the Ferrari go? He was aiming to overtake Chris, but now he won't be overtaking shit. Unless, I mean, obviously he's got the 10-second penalty to serve, so, you know, anything can happen at this rate. As we have now, very sadly, got 6 finishers to the race. You know, what would have been a very nice final round. Yeah, I guess, you know, speaks for itself, isn't it? As all drivers are now very distant from each other again. We might just focus on this again. Red Fire Tiger. He will definitely have to make another stop, this man. As Chris is in the pit lane now, so that's out of opportunity for another. Oh no! That's not good. That's another 10-second time penalty. But the question is, what's going to be more beneficial? The fact that Samuel Drakeley, it will be the car coming up behind him. He has served his 10-second. Chris now has a 10-second. Where will this play out? Fighting, no fighting. Fighting or no fighting. I mean, right now, let's just have a look. The intervals. You got Norris in the lead. As Jaden in second, within the 10-second time range. However, you know, will Linares pit again, or will he stay out? Because my idea is, if you are with 10-second penalty, you just stay out just to try and see how long the tyres can hold on. He is on hard tyres as of right now. He has done 14 laps on those. However, he does not box. Jaden also does not box. Red Fire Tiger might box because of his tyre status. He doesn't. So here we go now. So right now, your current podium is the drivers on the podium right now, because everyone's out of range for specific penalties. However, just trying to see if there's any people in range. Chris is on softs, so I think he might have got the 10-second penalty and thought bollocks to that. You know, you have to go nuclear in order to get a result here right now. And you know what? If it works, it works. I'm not gonna deny a strategic masterclass, as I have completely forgot I've turned off the Formula 2 qualifying. I might have just missed if my Pookie Roman Belinsky's on fastest. And no changes, so it's not like I'm gonna miss anything. No, wrong thing. Anyway, all 6 drivers left on track are quite spaced out, including Mr. AI himself, as there are 5 minutes left of qualifying. Oh, those are the 5 minutes that were on before Goethe decided to do his best impression of Logan Sargent, as my controller's killed itself. Get a wired controller, they said. It'd be fun, they said. Yeah, my controller's back to life. As I haven't seen any more people box, so I think what we saw a few laps ago might have been the definitive strategy calls. I'll just switch back to leader cam, because that'll really determine, you know, what's going to happen. I mean, the be-all and end-all, Jaden's winning this race as of right now. Red Fire Tiger, he is on the podium as of right now. The real issue that might change here is if Naris pulls 10 seconds to Red, and then Red finishes third rather than finishing second to close off the season. I mean, right now we will see, will Red Fire Tiger be pitting off those medium tyres? There's a yellow flag, and that's Chris, who has spun. Red stays out, but Chris has spun, and that has allowed Sam and Drake Lee to close up a little bit. However, it's not enough to close up within his 10-second. Or it might actually be, hang on. Yeah, it's within the range. Actually, no, because Sam has a 3 seconds, so the gap has to be 7 seconds for the 2 drivers. So Chris might have got a bit lucky there, remembering Samuel Drake Lee's 3-second penalties. We all flip to that as that Chris again. What happened there? Completely missed it. Are those hard soft tyres gone? There's he's just gone. So, you know, is there anything with those tyres? Because you might have a slow puncture, you know, or he's in AI mode. So here's the penalty situation. Yeah, Chris has a puncture, I think. There's no way he's driving this ridiculously. Or there's a loss of front wing. Let me have a look. He hasn't got an end plate. He hasn't got half his wing. So that probably explains it. There's that all but secures the fact that Chris will most likely V-Carb will most likely end the season 5th and 6th, as Chris will now box will he retire from the race? He has slowed down in time, so you know what? It's a valiant effort. He's done the bare minimum at least. Now he'll have to serve the 10-second penalty, and potentially, depending on what tyres he's got left. So he's got another set of softs before he, well, as it stands right now, he's getting lapped. So, you know, Naris, he's pulled away a little bit from Jaden, but it's not been enough, as Chris has now officially been lapped by the field. Obviously, you know, skill-wise, he doesn't deserve to be lapped, but, you know, a broken front wing and a 10-second time penalty probably constitutes the fact to being lapped. So he will most likely finish in 5th. He is too far back from Sammy Drake-Lee to make any sort of attempt, as that man has right now overtook the lapped car, so he has also lapped someone. So yeah, Chris, just go for fastest laps, I guess. So, right now still, your top 3 is your podium. It's we are now, I'm just saying words now, right now, I have just clocked. Firstly, Red Bull are going to drop to 2nd in the Constructors, because Jaden is currently outscoring Red Bull 25 to 1. Secondly, Danny's going to get jumped in the standings, because the gap was 23, and Jaden's currently getting 25. So, yeah. The current 2nd place in the championship not showing up after thinking, oh, nothing's going to happen, like, I'm going to maintain 2nd. As it stands, he's not maintaining 2nd. So, you know, if Naris begins the 35th and penultimate lap of this race, so, for Danny's sake, if he is watching, nie mogę w tej chwili. Co? Wingers? No to... Okej. Co? Okay, sorry. Yeah. Back to the action. As I was saying before, I had to randomly disappear. Danny, currently sat at home, is probably begging Jaden to spin, as Sam Drake-Lee does box, so, you know, he didn't have any fear from drivers behind, so he will box to potentially steal the fastest lap on the final lap of the season, as I will now flip back to Naris, who will be crossing the penultimate corner for the penultimate time. Naris will begin the final lap. 21 laps done on those hards, but a mistake, one mistake will cost him the perfect three-peat. As that's Chris again. Oh well, final time, I completely messed it up. Naris crosses the line. He won't take the win, but it's crossing the line first, as Jaden, for the final time on F125, will cross the line to win. And Red Fire Tiger, despite the alternate strategy, pays off again as he finishes third. Sammy Drake Lee will claim fourth, Chris in fifth, and Turbo in sixth, after Chris, I think, has lost another bloody front wing. I mean, there's much to say. Like, you know, it is just a box standard end of season race as Jaden comes out onto the podium once again, race winner, second race winner of the season, denies Naris a three-peat, and Red Fire Tiger, with the alternate strategy, climbs up to third. As I think that's one of the craziest margins I've seen in a while. You've got the top three within 10 seconds. Wait, what was it? Wait, what? Naris? Oh yeah, I'm stupid. As Simon Drake Lee 50 seconds behind, and then the final two finishes lapped. Bit of a bonkers one, if I say so. As well, it's been a fun one. There's not much really to say, is it? I mean, it's just a league, isn't it? Like, I'm not going to say much. As I have been your commentator, this has been a fantastic season to commentate. Congratulations to all drivers involved from round 1 when I wasn't there to now round 20. Obviously, season end now. It's been a decent watch. It's also been decent to participate, so hopefully in a decent chunk's time I will be back in the commentary booth, hopefully with someone and not by myself, because sometimes these races get absolutely fucking boring. And I have been the commentator. I've been speaking to about 3 people. Goodbye. It's been a nice one.